Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I know I had a little bit of a hiatus, but I have very good reasons for that. I'm just checking in, making sure you guys are all good, and I wanted to tell you why I've been MIA for a little bit, and I have a lot to show you and a lot to talk about. So get comfy, grab a drink of water, tea, coffee, whatever it is that you like, and sit back because it's going to be a little bit. Um, First thing I want to start with is my little hiatus. Now, I know I didn't do a video last week, and I apologize for that, but something came up. If you follow me on Instagram or if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know already. Last Sunday was Easter Sunday, and I've been sick for a little bit, suffering with gallbladder issues and things like that, but I wasn't scheduled to see my doctor until the 16th of April, which is Thursday. And he was going to do an ultrasound, and he was going to do all the tests to make sure, because not only did I have lap band surgery, but I also had a test trial surgery along with it called application, which what it is it takes your stomach and it folds it in and makes it the size and length, the width and length, I should say, of a banana. And they suture it, just like a mattress stitch, I guess you could say, to keep it into place. And it adds to, it looks like almost identical to a gastric sleeve without rerouting your body. And when he scheduled me for tests on the 16th, because he wanted to rule out that there was any complications due to that, because they are similar. The symptoms are very, very quite similar with the problems with duplication. Now, part of the problems with duplication is that since it's like this, and if you do certain things, you don't follow the correct diet, you don't do anything, one of the sutures could pop out and be like that. And it will cause gastrointestinal problems and things like that. I'm not going to get into details on that because they're gross. But like I said, he wanted to give me tests on the 16th to make sure that it's not that and go ahead with and schedule gallbladder surgery. But Sunday night, Easter Sunday, I was the entire 3 days, the day before, the Friday before, Good Friday, Easter Saturday, and Easter Sunday, I was sick as a dog. And I was basically eating nothing. And if you follow me on Instagram, that Saturday night, you would have seen that I went out to dinner. And I made the mistake in getting the most greasiest, fattiest, because I wanted it. There's these days that you need these things. You need to have the indulgences. And I got the most greasiest, fattiest of foods. I had a chili cheese quesadilla. Saturday night, I was dead. I was gone. I could not move. I could not function. I could not get off the bathroom floor. And not for gross reasons, but because it was the coldest floor in the house, and I was sweating because I was so sick and in so much pain. Sunday morning I woke up, I had breakfast as usual, because after a certain amount of time and sleep, the pain goes away. Sunday morning I woke up, I was afraid to kind of eat because of what happened the day before, but I went on and I had a toasted English muffin for breakfast. And it did me in. And which it ordinarily doesn't, because I don't use a lot of butter, and I use mostly preserves and jams and jellies and things like that. And it did me in. So the rest of the day I was kind of in pain, but trudging along and things like that. I made a spectacular dinner. I made a leg of lamb with Brussels sprouts, cream of spinach, lasagna. I made the traditional Italian kind of dinner, 18 courses. And not long after I ate, I got sick again. And I was again fetal position, bathroom floor, because again, coldest floor in the house. And as I'm in there, I didn't realize my husband was changing his clothes, because he was in his house clothes, just because it was the end of the night and everybody had gone home. I only had my sister and my parents here, so it wasn't that big hurrah that you have to wear a suit and tie. But he was in our bedroom changing and packing a bag for me. He brought me to the hospital. I was admitted Sunday night, not because they felt, Well, they really didn't feel that I was having gallbladder issues, because I don't know if anybody, well, I know some of you have reached out to me, but doctors tend to poo-poo it and say you just have gas. So the doctor that was there, the general surgeon that was there and examining me and stuff, he kind of poo-pooed it, but my husband brought me to the emergency room in the hospital that I had my lap band surgery in, and my surgeon, obviously that's where his office is, so it was smart because I insisted on seeing my surgeon. Well, I shouldn't say I insisted on it, I mentioned my surgeon, and they called him and he came right in, which for a holiday, you know, that's really, really good. And he came in, he gave me the phone one about, you know, wanting to run the test, and he's like, I'm admitting you tonight, not because I feel you're going to have surgery, but because I need you to have these tests done first thing in the morning, and there's no way you're going to be able, the hospital is actually about 30 miles away from my house, so he knows that, and he said there's no way you're going to be able to go home and come back by 7 o'clock in the morning. And at this point it was almost 1 a.m. He's like, so we're going to admit you overnight. And they did, and it was the worst night of ever. I was in a room, I shared a room with a very, 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 and I'm trying to put this as nicely and politically correct as possible, elderly woman. And I didn't get sleep because she had the TV tremendously loud. There was a man across the hall just continuously screaming nurse, and it was just, I was in pain. They gave me pain meds, but they didn't want to give me a strong kind of pain med because they didn't really quite know what was wrong with me. So I was on Tylenol. They gave me anti-nausea meds, but I just needed sleep and I couldn't get it. So Monday morning I woke up. I shouldn't say I woke up because I really didn't wake up. I was just like awake. They came and got me around 7 a.m. and they took me down for my test. I had to go for an upper GI where you have to drink that contrast and it lights your system up and all that, where they ruled out that it wasn't my lap band or the plication, but they saw that I had gallstones. And when the surgeon came to see me, this was at 7 a.m. I had the test. The surgeon came to see me around like noon, 1 p.m. and she was talking to me and she said, you know, you have the gallstones. She goes, I'm not guaranteeing that, because my regular surgeon is a he. He was unavailable to do surgery because he was in surgery all day doing ironically gallbladder surgeries. But his partner came and did it. But she came to my room and she's talking. She's like, you do have hints of gallstones. I do not see any inflammation, but you have hints of them. She goes, I'm not going to guarantee that this is going to solve your problems. But she said, either way, down the line, you're going to have to get it removed anyway. So do you want to do it today? And I said, okay, let's do it. So by 5 p.m. on Monday, I was in surgery. Because of it being such a late surgery time, I had to stay overnight again. So I really didn't get out of the hospital until Tuesday afternoon. And by that point, I was sore and I just couldn't. I just didn't want to. I was sore rather. I was nauseous. I was just cranky. You didn't want to be near me. I didn't really start feeling human again until yesterday morning, Saturday morning. And I was able to go out and drive and run some errands and be a person again. And I overdid it because today I was in a lot of pain and I was very sick and I was very gross. But my main problem now that I'm having is there's nothing I can eat right now because my body can't really process much because I'm missing an organ. Granted, not a major, I mean, people don't see it as a major organ, but it's a major organ. So I'm on a very restricted diet, more so than I am with the lap band. So I'm kind of getting hangry, which is hungry, angry a lot, but I'm doing good. I'm getting used to it, and you know, I lost some weight this week from it, but I guess it's because I lost a whole organ. But you know, I'm doing okay, and I go see her again on Thursday, the 16th. They kept that appointment, and we'll reassess from there, and we'll see how everything goes from there. But that was my exciting, eventful, non-eventful, same time week. And I missed you guys, and I want to take the time out to thank you all for who reached out to me and, you know, gave me well wishes and this and that, because my husband works in a hospital, and I don't know if you guys, any of you do as well, but they're not very forthcoming with sick days or personal days or anything like that. So he wasn't there with me. I really didn't have anyone there with me. And it gets scary. Any kind of surgery, whether big, small, medium, large, whatever, it's scary. And I was scared. And I really had nobody, because, like I said, George couldn't leave the hospital that he works in to come and be with me. So it was kind of weird. But, I mean, I reached out on Instagram and Facebook, and there was a lot. I got a lot of responses and a lot of love and hugs and whatever, good vibes. And I want to thank you for that, because I wouldn't have gone into that surgery in a positive note, or a positive mindset, I should say, without corresponding with you guys. And I have to really shout out to Barry, because he was private messaging me throughout it all and making me laugh and keeping my spirits up. And I don't know how, it's weird, because those little things have a huge impact, and especially on me. And I want to thank you for that. But okay, now no more with the sappy stuff, because yeah, waterworks. Let's go on to some fun stuff. I have a little bit of news. Me and Heather M, I think it's 12 or 012. I forget numbers. I'm bad with numbers. Sorry, Heather. Started a Ravelry group, and it is called the Whovian Yarn Crafting Tales. Now, I know some of you have already, some of the people that follow me have already joined the group, but I am going to give you some info on it. It's just starting up. There's only about maybe 12 members, but we trying to hold monthly contests in there, and we are starting a contest on May 1st, and it is going to be for a knit along or crochet along. But right now, I mean, we have an idea of what we want it to be, but we're gonna probably expand it, and there'll be more coming as time approaches. But it's gonna start May 1st, and we chose a designer, and it's crochet, and it's an Amy. And if you don't know how to crochet, or if you're interested in learning crochet, we chose patterns, or well, one pattern in particular that has a YouTube video to follow. But the designer is Sharon Ojala, Ojala, and I'm going to link it below in the show notes. If it's not there when the video goes up, it will be there. Just message me or whatever if I forget, because my brain is out there because of pain meds and other medication. But the prize is going to be a copy of one of her ebooks. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. I really shouldn't be making a video. The prize is going to be one of her ebooks, and we're going to get more into that as the month goes on. But I'm encouraging you, if you want to hang out, if you want a fun place, it's laid back. There's no obligation. There's nothing. Just head on over, join the group, introduce yourself, say what's up. I still haven't done an introduction, because I was not available. So I'm going to hop over there some point today and do it. That is all the information I have on news. But at the end of this episode, I will tell you the 2 winners that won the Doctor Who buttons. Ooh, exciting. But I have some whips here. I started new ones. I continued old ones. I have exactly 1 finished object, and I can't even show you it because my niece took it already. And I have a picture on my phone. I'll show you. But if you follow me on Instagram, again, and or Facebook, you would have seen him. You would have seen Boris. But let's get into some of the... Oh, and I have stash enhancements to show you too. Let's get into some of the whips here. This one, I literally just started maybe an hour ago. I am making a shawl, and the pattern is the Crazy 8 shawl. It's free on Ravelry. There doesn't list a designer on it, but I mean, I'm assuming if you go and look it up, Crazy 8 shawl, you'll see it's fingering weight, and the yarn, which was gifted to me by Pam Yarny Nana, it's fingering, and that's the yarn. I love it. I love it. And it's, I cannot say what it is. It's that. And the color is not, it's a number. It's not a, it's not, but it's extra fine merino, hand painted. And this is it so far. It goes this way. It's a shawl. It's going to be a very light and breezy shawl. I figured, I don't like shawls over my shoulders. I like, I have to sit up because I keep fluctuating. I like shawls that I can wrap like around my neck and stuff. I know I'm weird. I don't know what to tell you, but I am in love with this color, and you know, purples, and I'm obsessed with purples lately. But yeah, like I said, it's the Crazy 8s shawl. I'm doing it with a G hook. It says G hook here, but G hook is different from Susan Bates than it is Boy, and I don't like Bates hooks, so I'm doing a G hook, but it's a 4.25 mil hook. And see where it goes. I don't think my gauge is going to match hers because she didn't specify gauge, but she also didn't specify if it's a Susan Bates hook or a Boy hook, because G6 and both are different. This I started the other day, and I'm like, I want to say I started this on Thursday. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? I don't remember. I think it was Thursday. Now the yarn is Chasing Rainbows from an Etsy shop, X-Ray Ann. It is 100% merino, and it's worsted weight, 100 grams, 218 yards in each skein. It's self-striping, but here is the blanket, and I've gotten pretty far with it. It's a giant granny square, and I got this idea from watching Barry's videos, because Barry's making one out of I love this yarn. Hobby Lobby's I love this yarn. But it's self-striping, and I'm loving the way it's working up with the stripes and things like that. And it's in a Doctor Who bag. Those are the yarn tags because it helps me keep track of how many skeins I'm using, because I only have, like, I want to say 18 or 19 or 17 even skeins of this. So it's not going to be a very large bag, blanket rather, but it's going to be large enough to be at least a lap blanket. This I am not showing you because this is secret crocheting. So I can't show you this. I'll make sure I'm right about that though. Yep, secret. I'm creating another pattern with that. In here, Gimme Yarn. This blanket Erin's bag that I love, which I have more to show you. I am making a bigger doll. This one's for myself though. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Yes, I am 33 years old, married, and sleep with a doll every night. It's a security thing. I know. I am making Betty the Hippo. Oops, sorry. That fell right out of my hand. Sorry. It is, again, it's by Knots of Rainbows on Ravelry. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I only have one leg completely done. I'm working on the other back leg, but I'm doing it in yellow. And I went up a hook size instead of down. And it calls for 3.75 mil hook, but I'm doing it on a 4.25 because I wanted a little bit bigger for myself. And I mean, it's not very holy, so I'm doing it tight. I'm holding a tight tension to it. I have a shawl going, but I believe you guys have seen this already. I haven't really. I tried working on it in the hospital, but it just wasn't happening. I didn't get that far with it. But that's about it. I also have 3 different skeins in here to continue other ones. That's why it looks so full. And that's it on my whips. My finished project, I have one, which I started before I went into the hospital. And I was supposed to finish it the Sunday, Easter Sunday, for my niece because she was staying over that night. And my husband and my body had different ideas, but I'm going to show you what it looks like if you can see it. Ooh, I don't know if you can. No, I don't think you can. I'm sorry, guys. No, the lighting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, I have it on Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it already. Sorry. I got my pen. I had to show you that. Okay, now let's go into stash enhancements because I have a lot because I've been gone for so long, and I went on a little shopping spree, I guess you could say. Sorry, my hair. Project bags. I've got lots of project bags. Now, this is my most happiest, most luckiest, most greatest thing ever. It's a project bag. And I'm sure if you follow me on Instagram, you know where I'm going with this. Ta-da! It is a Bakery Bear project bag. I managed to snag one. I got the button right there, the bag, and the Roman coin, the pull tag, the zipper pull rather. I actually really like it, and I'm sorry, Saturday I was running errands, so I missed her latest update. I'm keeping track because I actually want another one of her bags because these are made very, very, very well. I can't wait to use this. I am going to have the most special project in there. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be very, 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 very special. I'm weird, I know, but I'm addicted to project bags. Sorry, not sorry, really. Here's my second project bag I got this week. This was the secret one I told you guys about. This is from Kicks and Giggles on Etsy. She's currently, I don't even know if it's a she. It could be a he. I'm assuming it's a she. They're currently on hiatus for personal reasons, but if you message them, they'll take your order, but it'll be a while before you get it. They require about 3.5 weeks because they make their bags custom. You choose the fabric and you tell them what you want, and they have 4, 5, maybe 6. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Several sizes to choose from. Matter of fact, that project bag that I got my rainbow blanket in, that it was from them. So they make all different sizes, different kinds. But this is the Harry Potter one, the wedge. I love wedges for some reason. These are the fun ones too. This is from Erin Gimme Yarn 418, I want to say. Southport Creation on Etsy. This is one of them. Disney princesses. I've been wanting to use it for dolls. This is what I usually use her bags for dolls. This is my other favorite one. Now, this is the Exploding TARDIS. Now, it stems from a specific episode of Doctor Who called Vincent and the Doctor. It's during the 11th Doctor's incarnation. And I'm sure I'm boring you guys with this. But, well, I shouldn't say it's from Vincent because it's technically not from Vincent and the Doctor. But it's supposed to be, and I'm sure you can see the Starry Nights, Van Gogh's Starry Nights is supposed to be incorporated into this. Because in Doctor Who land, they, that's how the Doctor found out the TARDIS was going to go, technically explode, is through Van Gogh's painting. But it's a big thing with Doctor Who because that's one of the pivotal episodes of New Who. Anyway, I'll move on because I'm sure I'm boring you. A Notions pouch. Again, Doctor Who. And it matches the bag I received from this one that has my shawl in it from Addicted to Sock Knitting. And this is the other bag I got from Erin. I absolutely love it. So it doesn't have that wide of a bottom, but it'll fit all my Amy needs because, like I said, I like using her bags because they're fun and cutesy with my Amy's. Okay. Guarding this with my life because I'm going to say this and you're going to laugh. They had 2 updates for that one. One at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and one at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I actually set my, I spoke about this in the past video. I actually set my alarm at 4 a.m. like 2 minutes to 4 so that I could wake up to get a bag. I had the bag in my shopping cart, was going over to pay, and I was cart jacked. Someone brought it out from underneath me. So I just rolled over. I said, you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'll do it. I set my alarm for 2:58 p.m. so I could be in front of my computer for this update, and I got it. I was going to send it to PayPal. I didn't even pay with PayPal because I was like, I am not risking losing this. No, there was no way I was risking losing it. Okay, now this is a fun thing. I am part of a crochet group on Facebook called Hodgepodge Crochet. And there's a member in there, Michelle Warwick, I believe her name is, who runs a blog. And the blog is From Home Crochet. And she has an Etsy shop. Her Etsy shop is From Home Crochet. And she makes drywalls. She felts them and everything. I bought dryer balls from her. But, I mean, the reason why this one's out is because they actually really do work. It's 100% wool felted. And you would think they would shrink. It doesn't shrink. It actually works. I can't put it into words. I'm sorry. But it actually works. It's kind of crazy. But between me and you, I don't know how to do laundry. 33 years old, my husband does the laundry. I'm sorry. Don't ask. I just never learned, and I don't know. I can't tell you this. So, stop judging me. When I bought that Doctor Who bag from Addicted to Sock Knitting, I bought a London bag from her too, which I have over there with my handbrake cowl pattern and yarn in it. I'm just waiting on the time to concentrate on it to do it. But when I ordered them, she sends mini skeins as samples from different Etsy shops, and I absolutely positively fell in love with this one. I don't know what I did. I don't know why. I don't know how. I fell in love with it. And it came with the store's card on it and stuff, and the name of the yarn and everything. I immediately went to the Etsy shop, which is Supernatural Yarns, and purchased it. Now, looking at this mini skein, it looks kind of variegated. At least in my opinion. I could be wrong on that, but I went on and I was like, ooh, I like the variegated. I understand it's fingering. that doesn't bother me. This is actually 80% merino and 20% nylon. I was like, it's sock yarn. I don't care. I love it. I'm going to get it. I immediately went on and got it. I got 2 skeins. Now, the reason why I got 2 is I know this one skein is well over 400 yards. It's actually 402 yards. And the color is preposterous. And it's nymph sock. I know one skein will make a pair of socks. I'm not worried about that. But I wanted to make a shawl with one too because I absolutely love it. But looking at them now compared to this, I feel like it's self-striping. And I won't know until I cake it up. And I get that. But I feel, looking at it, it looks self-striping. So I'm not sure on how this will look in a shawl. But regardless, I don't care. I'm still in love with it. Part of my stash enhancement. Where is it? This too is technically part of my stash enhancement. And I'm going to say this. Yarny Nana, Pam, she opened an Etsy shop because she's starting to hand dye yarn, and she was destashing, and I fell in love with a few hanks that I caked this hank up already. I fell in love with a few hanks that she hadn't posted, and I bought them. They're all cotton, and I asked her to put 2 aside for me because I had to wait for payday. That were sock yarns. One was the yarn that you saw over there that I'm making the shawl out of, and another one here. She sent them all to me while I was recuperating, but here's one. This is cuddly cotton, and there is no name of the color. It's just a number, but this is the yarn tag. And the reason why I cake this ready is because I have secret knitting happening with this. Well, I shouldn't say secret knitting, secret crocheting. Here's one of the other sock yarns that she sent me that I bought from her. Well, she sent me this as a get well gift. I can't say the name, and this doesn't have a color either, but I love it. It's fingering weight, which I'm okay with. Another cotton from Cuddly Cotton. There's another cotton here. Oh, here it is. Another cotton that I love, and she sent me a sample of her hand-dyed yarn, and I love it. It's the green. And the color is grass. It's 230 yards here, and it's fingering. I know exactly what I'm going to use this for. Shh, not telling yet. Secret. And I believe this is part of her hand-dyed. It's a sample. I could be wrong. Pam, if you're watching, correct me. I can't wait to use it. I didn't weigh it to know how much is there. I also got there's a box here. I'm sorry. I know I'm being very rude. This, and I plan on making a pair of mittens out of it. It is worsted, so it should work. But I plan on making mittens out of these too. It is Lion Brand Amazing in the colorway Regatta. Isn't that like a ritzy boating thing? Sorry, I'm kind of rude in that aspect. I bought this from Yarn Box. After the month is over and they distributed everybody's month of their yarn subscription, they have this thing called Yarn Box Overstock, and you go in there and buy an extra skein of the colorway that you received if you need it. You usually don't need the extra skein because they send you enough to complete the pattern that they send to you with it. But I mean, if you don't use that pattern and you're using it for something else and you need an extra skein, you go into the Yarn Box Overstock. Now, you don't have to be a member of Yarn Box to buy from the Overstock. I'm sorry, my brain is gone. So I went in there I go in there every once in a while to see what they have, like, because not everybody gets the same skeins. So I wanted to see what other colorways they were giving away that month. And this was in there. This is, I love this. I fell in love with this right away. And the lighting is doing good. It's variegated. I like variegated yarns, and I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. More than likely, this is going to be an Ami. But it's DK, Superwash Merino, 231 yards. And so squishy, so squishy. I have some yarn from Knit Picks, which isn't really... I'm going to show you the 4 colors I have, because they sent me 2 skeins of each. They were having their sample box on sale. Oh, so squishy, so squishy. I love squishy yarns. They don't pass a squish test, I don't buy them. And those passed it. I'm in love with this one. I know, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. So Knit Picks had their sample boxes on sale this month, and I don't really usually buy sample boxes. I feel like they're getting rid of all their stuff that they don't sell often, or they didn't sell out of. Sorry, my rings are twisted and they're hurting me. Ow. So I don't usually do it, but this one, it was on sale for like 16 bucks, and they were sending you 8 skeins, and I was like, what's the harm in it? And it's sport weight. I didn't realize it was cotton though, but it is 75% Pima cotton and 25% acrylic, and that's upside down. I am sorry. This is the colorway. There's no color. Oh, peony rather. What is wrong with me tonight? Peony, and they sent 2 of these, 2 of this in flamingo, 2 in whisker. I like that whisker, and 2 in regular white. So I searched. My sister's having a baby in June. I'm sure I've mentioned that before, and I wanted to make the baby a dress. So this is soft enough to make a good baby dress. I have enough here to do it. Like I said, 2 skeins of each. I'm going to pair them up together, like, again, upside down. Pair them up together like this, and with this, 2 separate dresses, and I'm going to make the baby 2 dresses out of these, because it's sport weight. It's not very thick, and the baby's due in June, so if I make a newborn dress, it'll be nice and airy for the baby, and just take it from there, you know. And if my sister puts it on the baby, my sister puts it on the baby. She doesn't. She doesn't. I have the yarn, and you know, that's it. Okay, now that's it for my stash enhancements. Yeah, I think that's enough, right? I have a little bit of a shopping addiction. Now we are on to the Q&A section. Woohoo! Q&A. Gabber Owen, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, 2011, Tammy from Ohio, asked me, do I work outside the home? The answer is no. I am a student. I'm currently in my master's program for child and family counseling. I got my bachelor's degree in human services, child and family welfare, and I want to go into the counseling portion of it. So I'm currently in my master's program for that. My husband is the sole provider. So, I mean, I don't think he likes all my stash enhancements, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do. I'm joking, but I did for a while, up until I got really sick in the summer of 2013. I had to think for a second there. I got really sick to the point where I was being tested for MS and everything. And my doctor encouraged me to stop working. So I stopped working at that point, and haven't gone back since, because, I mean, for different, not only personal reasons, which I don't really care. I mean, I'll divulge into, but I think it'll bore you. But personal, and like, I wasn't in the right mindset because of health. And I mean, it's personal and health reasons why I haven't gone back yet. I wanted a different career path and all that. So I took the time then to go back. Well, I had graduated already. I graduated right before I got married, and I got married in 2012. But I'm just doing my thing. You know, my husband's encouraging me to just downplay it right now because for health reasons. So I'm working. I'm just pretty much taking care of my home. Grace asked me, GB Maltese asked me, what is your favorite book you have read? Now that is a loaded question. Different stages of my life, I have favorite books from each part of my life. If I have to choose a all-around, all-time favorite book, and this is going to be so cliche, but if I had to, it would be The Catcher in the Rye. And I know that is like cliche because everybody chooses a classic and blah, blah, blah. But I read that, the first time I read that book, I was 12 and a half years old. I was in the 7th grade. And we had this thing, I went to Catholic school, and Catholic private school. And we had this thing that we had our time every Friday for a half hour, 45 minutes. The teacher would let us, encourage us to do our thing and express ourselves and that and everything. And she had a bookshelf, and I just went over and I took that book and I just started reading it, and I was addicted at that point. Fast forward to my junior year of high school. Now, at 12 and a half, I really didn't understand it all that well because there's so many things hidden in it and so many deeper meanings. And I mean, I appreciated it then. I appreciated it as a junior in high school, but I appreciate it even more now. I've read that book about at least 100 times. I always just pick it up and read it. But fast forward to my junior year of high school. I had an excellent English teacher, language arts teacher, and he encouraged literature and both European, American, all of them. And he was teaching us this book. And as crazy as it sounds, and people don't understand, like when I go into it, people don't look at me like I'm funny. I kind of identified a little at that point with Holden Caulfield. I was a lost kid. I just was trying to find myself, and I was doing things to get attention. And if you read, you understand what I'm saying. And I completely was engrossed in the book. Now, fast forward a few years after that, I had to read it again in college for my literature class, and I grew a deeper appreciation then too. And every once in a while, I pick it up and I read it, and I can't even tell you the impact that book has on my life. That is one a book that had completely influenced my life. Ironically, another book, which I don't even know if you could count as a book that influenced my life, was The Crucible. Because it's a play, so I don't know if you could consider it a book. That book was another one of my crazy favorite books of all time. I'm telling you, this is a loaded question. As an adult, I guess you could say I don't know, because as an adult, my favorite book is still The Catcher in the Rye. I started my taste in books as an adult now, in my 30s, has changed greatly. I read more sappy books now, but most recently, my favorite book is, aside from The Rescue by Nicholas Sparks, it's The Longest Ride. And I know the movie opened, I don't know if it opened this Friday that just passed, or it opens the coming Friday, but I read that book long before it was even announced to be a movie, and that is an excellent book. It bored me a little bit because of the flashbacks back and forth, but between Ira and the new people, but yeah, it was a good book too. I am currently reading, it's on my Kindle, that's why I can't show you, because my Kindle's on my iPad and I'm using my iPad to film this. I'm currently reading American Sniper. I saw the movie about Chris Kyle. I saw the movie and I wanted to read the book. I wanted to see, because the movie takes you through the book, and then the book, obviously, it doesn't conclude when he died. And I was just interested. I'm weird like that. I don't know. So I downloaded the book from Amazon, and I've been currently reading that. Hopefully I answered your question at some point. Yeah, I mean, I'm a book geek. I'm sorry. I can go on and on and on and on about books and music. Believe it or not, I am a huge music junkie. Currently, the last 2 years, well, no, maybe the last 3 years, my biggest musical influence right now is country music. And I can't explain that. I don't know, but I'm excited. That brings me into my next thing. I'm excited because I just got Rascal Flatts tickets for July. So I see Lady Antebellum in May, Rascal Flatts in July, and Luke Bryan, Brad Paisley, Dierks Bentley, and a whole bunch of other people in June. And I think that's it for the summer so far. I am a concert junkie. I try to go to concerts at least once a month. Since I've been sick, I haven't really been taking advantage of it. But I mean, as soon as American Idol is over, I'm sure Keith Urban's going to go back on tour. And I'm a huge Keith Urban fan. I am part of the Ville. Yeah, off on a tangent. Sorry. The next question is from Pam Yarny Nana. What happened to me? I think I explained that at the beginning of the video. It's a whole mess of stuff. But yeah, so since I've been home, I've been just taking it easy. I've been barely eating anything that's not meant for birds, and just going on. Now, Yarny Bag Lady, Kathy, I love you, Kathy. She asked me, was the issue caused by the band? Technically, yes, it was. Meaning, was my gallbladder because of my lap band? Anytime you have rapid weight loss or a change in caloric intake and rapid change in caloric intake, and you stop eating immediately, you stop eating like the fattier, greasier foods, your body can't process them again. So my gallbladder didn't know how to process the extra fat and the extra grease and things like that. So it caused the gallstones in the gallbladder. So technically speaking, yes, the lap band did cause the gallbladder problems, but at the same time, no, because I'm the only woman in my family that still had a gallbladder. All the other, it's hereditary too, from what I understand. I could be wrong. Correct me. I know someone out there will. Sorry, excuse me. Out of my Chevron cup. And that's it from questions this week. On to fun things. The winners of the Doctor Who buttons. Now, there are 10 buttons altogether. I am splitting them up into 2 separate orders, 5 and 5. I went to random.org. I only had 5 entries, which I'm sorry. I went to random.org and I put in the numbers, which I don't think you could see. No, you can't. I will post it on Instagram so you guys could see. I put numbers 1 through 5. The first one came out. Now I put the order of the names in the orders that everyone entered in. The first number that came up was number 2, and number 2 on the list is Ming Mao 1, and I believe that's Amy. And you are a winner. Yay! And I loved your video. You have to do more. I subscribed, so I know when you post another one. Looking forward to another one. You are the winner of 5 Doctor Who buttons from Hooked in Yarn. Send me an Instagram message or a Ravelry message and with your address, and I will get that out to you as soon as possible. Well, by the end of the week at least. And the other winner was number 4 on the list. The next time I put it in, number 4 came up, and that's Gabber Owen 2011. Tammy from Ohio. Yay! Woo! You're a proud winner of 5 Doctor Who buttons. Again, Instagram or Ravelry. Find me. They're all in the links below, and send me a message with your address, and I will get them in the post ASAP. Other than that, next month I'm holding another contest. Not only starting May 1st, we are doing the crochet or knit along. The crochet or the 3 pattern is from the pattern designer I told you about. That's in the Ravelry group that I created. Well, I should say me and Heather. But I am also going to hold another contest on my channel. I have yet to figure out the prize yet. I'm thinking stitch markers. If you want to be entered, oh, I didn't show you the new stitch markers I got. I'll show you that next video then. Actually, I probably could show you now. No, I'll show you next video. It's fine. It's going to probably be stitch markers, and if you want to be entered in that drawing will be right after Mother's Day. So I'm going to give you guys some time. So we're going to say that drawing will be on let's do it May 13th. May 13th, I will hold another drawing, but it will be for stitch markers. And yeah, that's about it. They're going to be from Hooked in Yarn again, and I'm trying to keep them Doctor Who themed, but I realize that not everybody likes Doctor Who, so I'm going to probably make them springy and get flowers. It's probably going to be tulips. I'll get into why tulips in another video because I'm already talking for 50 minutes and this is going to be a long one. Yeah, so other than that, that's it. I'm sorry if this bored you. I wasn't really too exciting today. The contest May 13th. Mark it down below. Leave a comment. Message me. Facebook me. Text me. Call me. Skywrite me. Whatever. Any way that we communicate with each other if you want in. But you also have to tell me if it's knit or crochet you want, because where I get these stitch markers from, she'll make them in knit or crochet. The crochet has a little hook, knit is round. Yeah, and tell me if you want entered and how you want your stitch markers. Okay, that's about it. And I don't know, my hair. I didn't put a hat on today. I just realized that. Normally I have a hat because my head's thinning. Yeah, the biotins make my hair grow long. Random, sorry. Yeah, so that's about it. I will catch up with you guys soon, and I'm hoping to do another video by the end of the week with more finished projects, because I'm tired of starting and I need a whip prevention. Other than that, yeah, that's it. I have to show you my sweater next time because I had to stop my sweater because I ran out of yarn and I ordered more yarn. Okay, yeah, I'm just rambling now. So it's time to go. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon. Just have a great day and smile and just be happy. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.